Welcome to the Barter Edge podcast, your insider guide to smarter business, bigger networks, and better ways to trade. We're here to share real stories, expert tips from different industries, and fresh ideas to help you grow your business using the power of Bartercard. Welcome back to another episode of the Barter Edge. I'm Jen Trevorrow, part of the Bartercard team, and I'm here with another special guest, one of our amazing Bartercard members, Dr. Simone Sleep. She is a scientist, clinician, and biological oral health consultant with nearly 2 decades of experience alongside leading biological dentists and international experts in functional pathology. Her mission is simple: reduce harm, restore health, and reconnect people with the care they deserve, helping Australians reclaim well-being one diagnosis at a time. Well, Simone, welcome. Can you please share with us more about what you do and who you are?
Thank you. Thank you for having me on today. Well, I guess with anything that I feel passionate about, it's something that's always started with me personally. And having experienced a diagnosis of cancer and also having oral health issues had started my journey in this whole, I guess, where I'm at today. And it was a journey that I had to walk through, and it was a eye-opener, and I guess a new way of learning how the teeth are also involved in chronic disease. So this has been a passion of mine since I had to walk out of my health issues to then be able to help someone else to get through it as well. So this is the journey of learning, international learning, and putting it all together so that it's an easier journey for the patients that come and see me.
In simple terms, what is that link between oral health and
The
disease?
whole body?
Yeah.
I guess no one's really taken notice of the teeth and have taken it for granted that you just go to your dentist, you just get your hygiene clean and everything should be fine. But what we're not really understanding is, and I guess too, food. We don't really understand food. Who's got the right diet? At the end of the day, if you cannot show me that the gums around your teeth are very tight around the tooth, so you don't have receding gums, you don't have bleeding gums, and your teeth are very strong, and you're not losing minerals and you're not losing the enamel, so your teeth do not become transparent. That is a very good sign that you are not going down a path of disease. So back in the old days, when a dentist would be checking, not a dentist, a doctor would be checking you over, the first thing they'll check is your teeth, because it was always the first sign of disease, always started in the mouth. And I guess if there's an infection in that tooth, sometimes you don't feel it. So you could be walking around for years not knowing that you've got a dead tooth.
Wow.
So there's a lot to learn about teeth, and they are the only bone structures in your mouth that is fully exposed. So you have to take care of them. And I guess they always say, oh, you know, you didn't brush well, so that's why you got cavities. No, it's not. Cavities are purely from the food you eat.
Wow. Do you know, it's fascinating me, and now I'm getting a bit paranoid about you actually seeing my teeth, Simone. Look, can you please share with us more about what your next big project is since completing your PhD?
Yes, so my PhD was on lasers and dentistry, so we're now looking at pain-free dentistry. So the lasers were a way to help for those people that had needle phobias to get the anaesthetic in around the area. You can now have a laser treatment done to numb the area before you actually get the needle, so you wouldn't feel the pinprick onto your soft tissue. So this is why we had national coverage through the media on this, because this is something that's huge for people who are scared of going to a dentist. So we need to find ways that is safe and harm reduction in that way as well, because no one likes pain. It's a very sensitive area. And I guess my next project too is very passionate about, because I've experienced it as well, is having a dog parasite crawling around in your mouth,
No, stop.
eating your white blood cells, drinking your red blood cells. And for people who are suffering with low iron all the time, will never ever think there was a parasite that is keeping your low iron status down. And there's nothing you can do to increase it because of a parasite. So this is my next project. Just been interviewed by Channel 7 to start getting the awareness out there, start this whole communication, because we've only got 2 dentists in Australia that actually do have the microscopes that are fully trained to identify this little bulb, working its way around in your mouth.
Wow, so it could be the cause of low iron.
Also, your immunity, if it's always low, because it sucks all the white blood cells out and leaves a hollow shell in your mouth. So it does a lot of damage. And for people that have got bleeding gums or severe periodontal disease where they keep going to their dentist, they're not getting any improvement with the hygiene checkups and they're just having problems all the time, the one thing that the dentists are not looking further, well, maybe this patient might have a parasite that we should check, and they're not researching just that little further to understand what's happening to the health of their patients. So this is, there's universities are starting the studies in this, but my goodness, this parasite's been around since the late 1700s.
Wow, I was not expecting this conversation today. Please don't tune out, everyone, because you're freaked out now about a dog parasite in your mouth. Can you share a little bit more with us, Dr. Simone? I love our chats as well. I always learn so much incredible stuff. And I was talking to you about a crown that I had, my first ever crown. I've never had a filling or anything before. And you're like, oh, yeah, that would be related to this. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Like how does that even happen? But it's like acupuncture and like kinesiology and like all of the alternative medicines. It's always like, how does this work? But it's...
Well, I guess in China, because I worked in the Shanghai Medical Hospital over there, they have been doing a lot of the connections of the teeth to your organs. And that's been around for 5,000 years. Mm-hmm. And so I guess it's easy for us to say, okay, you've had a root canal, you've had an implant, and if the infection is growing in there, you can always relate it to where the weakness would go to the organ based on the meridian charts. And you can just Google the tooth meridian chart to follow where your root canal or your implant, where the infection would go systemically through to an organ. And it'd be lovely to see more dentists really start taking on this information to help their patients. So, yeah, it's amazing once you start dealing with the oral health, how you can really improve people's health overall.
Amazing. Well, can you share how Bartercard has impacted your business and what success you've seen since being a member?
Love Bartercard. And I guess it's the relationship building with the other business owners as well, which is what I love, because Bartercard opens up a lot of opportunities for my business to meet business to business. And I've used Bartercard to help, build my promotional material. If I needed pamphlets, had beautiful designs done, had all the printing done for my pamphlets. It's been great. And then the designs done for website. It's been an absolute saver for cash on that. And meeting amazing people that have made my business look so professional.
Yeah, that's so amazing.
It does, yeah.
And you've probably already answered this, but are there any other strategic or innovative ways you've been able to utilise your trade dollars for either your personal life or the business?
Yeah, look, when I travel, I've been able to use hotels, which has been fantastic. Mm-hmm. I've been able to use limousines. If we had an event, we could use the limousines. Getting the kids fed when we went out for, a pizza. What else have I used it for? A variety of things, but I love it. Love it that we can, spend a bit of barter and save you cash on those outings as well.
Yeah, because like going out with the family it adds up pretty quickly.
And then you don't want to do it.
No. It's just like it doesn't matter where you go these days. And we've got like the Mudgery Bar, seafood. Like it's just those sorts of things where that's a real treat for a family these days.
It
so
is.
being able to maybe do that a little bit more
That's
often
right.
from doing what you do best.
That's right.
It's a win-win.
I know. And parties, we've been able to do parties, family parties and things like that as well. It's been great. Venues.
Love that. Now, for our business owners that are listening, or anyone really who's listening, what would be one step they can take for better health?
So basically, if you're feeling, well, I guess if you haven't got the answers to your health problems and you seem to be cycling around, it's like the best thing to do is to have this once over extensive pathology testing done. This is something that you'll never find anywhere in Australia because it's more like an international thing that we've been trained in. But the best thing you could ever do is have this once-off pathology, extensive testing done to have everything checked. And then you've got all the information laid out in front of you so that you go, okay, this is working, this is not working, and get a full understanding of the functionality of your body. What may be hindering it? You know, do you have hidden infections? Do you have something, maybe too much environmental poisoning that's going on as well? Because that can have a detrimental effect. Things like that, you really do need to have a thorough diagnostics done so that you can then make an informed decision of which way we're going to go for the healing process. So a lot of people just don't have enough information, and that's what I provide in that. So if you're a business owner, the best thing you could ever do for yourself is to have these checks done.
And if you don't know, you don't know.
Correct. You just don't know.
And I think sometimes you live with something for so long that you don't even realise that it's not normal.
That's right. You've actually, I guess you change your lifestyle a bit to try and compensate for something that's hasn't been right, and you just head down, bum up as a business owner. You don't stop. As a business owner, we know it's stressful. You've got to keep things going, but if you don't have the energy, I just don't know how some people are actually walking around right now and thinking that they're enjoying life when they've got a lot of aches and pains that they can't get answers for.
I love your answers. I always learn something when we speak. I've already said that. I'm gonna shift the questions around a little bit here. Now, do you have an offer for our Bartercard members?
Most definitely, 100% trade. What I'm offering is a full biological pathology report. It's a 9-page pathology report. So
Wow.
So what you'll do is you'll have your blood collected, and on 100% trade is where I will assess all of those extensive bloods, put it into a 9-page report. I'll also provide a booklet. It's a health journal where we've got all the recommendations in there for what you need to do to eat, on what levels, and also all the protocols to troubleshoot you out if we have to take you down a path of restorative health for dentistry. So you might have to visit the dentist again to undo the damage that they may have done, and you need to be walked through that. So the first stage is the diagnostics, where you'll be receiving that 9-page pathology report, a health journal, and a consultation to take you through that whole review. And that is 100% trade for that. Now, the other thing is the blood test. That's the only thing that you would have to pay to QML.
Yeah. Amazing. And can you do that Australia-wide, or is it?
Yes, Australia-wide.
Oh,
And then we can do a Zoom call.
I love that. I love that. And, you're so right. As business owners, so often we neglect our health because we're juggling so much. So this is a way of turning some of your trade into something that is not just going to benefit yourself, but in turn, the way that you show up in business will improve. So it's like it's a win-win for yourself as a person, because no one wants to live with pain or illness or disease or anything like that.
No,
And
that's right, especially when you want to pass the business on to the family. But also too, just so I wanted to add in there, is that you actually get someone that's sitting down and really investigating you. Not the 15-minute in and out with the GP.
Writing a script. We're not going to look at what's causing this.
No.
We're just going to mask it up.
That's right. So I spend a lot of time investigating you. There will be a questionnaire that you'll have to fill out. It's like 36 pages, but that's the extent we have to go to if I'm to understand what you're experiencing in your body. So it's very thorough is what I can say.
Oh, Bartercard members, jump on this, Simone. That is absolutely amazing. Now, if you are a business owner, if they're thinking about joining Bartercard, like, let's talk about allied health, people in that health space, maybe someone like you who is very, very different and niche at what you do. If they were considering joining Bartercard, what would you say to them?
Oh, well, I've already spoken to a lot of my colleagues who work in this space, and I have said you have to come on board, because basically we are tapping into people that are very proactive. If you're a business owner, you are proactive, and you know, the more services we have that builds the infrastructure for the type of services you're looking for as a business owner that hasn't been feeling well. I mean, can you imagine, like, you know, getting your bloods done, and then the next step you're over here getting some body work done. It all fits in beautifully, and we all do work together anyway. So I'd love to pass you on for the next treatment for IV, you know, supplementations, you know, for your massage, for your lymphatics, and a whole range of services, because it ties in beautifully. If you want to continue on building your health back, putting the energy back into yourself is so important as a business owner. So, yes, I want to keep, you know, bringing my friends on, because they offer amazing health services. And even these, I'm trying to get my girlfriend who does the Ayurvedic Panchakamas, where they're 3-hour treatments a day, every day for 30 days. Wow. Can you imagine how you would feel after that, of just so much care and oil put on your body every day?
Wow.
Just amazing services that you just don't see every day.
Yeah. Yeah. So if someone is looking at joining or wants to find out more, get in contact with us, because we would love to support your business. And Bartercard isn't just a way of getting clients. It is also a way of reducing some of those cash expenses and being able to do those things for yourself, your team, your family that you otherwise wouldn't be able to do. So, Simone, thank you so much for being here with us today. It's been an absolute pleasure having you in the studio today.
Thank you very much for having me. It's been great talking to you.
Thank you for being with us today and sharing your stories and expertise. If you want to find out how Bartercard can help your business, or if you want to be a guest on our future podcasts, contact our team at hello@bartercard.com. Make sure you tune in for our next episode of The Barter Edge.